Very good afternoon to all of you present here in the session. I'm presenting you my screen. Visible, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, we are starting with a practical number 32, the remaining practical number 32 and number 35. Okay, in your previous session when the lab was merged, everybody was there again, the whole class, B and C batch, and together we have seen 31, 33 and 34. Today, the remaining two practicals we are going to see again. You guys are supposed to be in the same session, all the two batches. So I guess with this, by the end of this lab, we are going to finish your OS practical, the course of the OS practical list. Whole course is done for practicals in OS. Okay. For the rest of the labs that we might have now in the coming weeks, okay, we'll be doing the practice of some extra session, extra OS practicals that I have in my mind, okay, or we can do some kind of a discussion. But if the discussion is to be kept, I'll try to merge the two labs, okay, if I get the chance. Otherwise, we'll do some practice work in the forthcoming labs, because this is going to be the last lab where we are finishing the official work of your practicals. All right, coming back to your number 32. Write the script to do the sorting of the given numbers, and we have to use command line argument. Now see here, there is one command here in, okay, uh, in Linux, you got one command here called sort, okay. As the name says, it is going to sort all of the elements or files or lines that you are going to feed to that particular command. Okay, with this command, in the sort command, the basic syntax is you write sort, okay, then you write the option with it, dash n dash capital M dash a dash u. All of them have different meanings. I'll let you know what are those, okay. And then you provide the file name, or you can say the string that you want to sort. Okay, so this is the basic syntax. Fine. Now if you are using REPL, then you can write sort space dash help, okay, and it is going to give you all the information regarding the sort command. If you are using Linux, Kali Linux or Ubuntu, something like that, okay, you can use the man command, man space sort. Okay, so see, first of all, it is sort you can use like this, option and file, as I have shown you here, okay, or you can give option files from where to where. You can give the range of that file from where to where you can do it. Okay, now I told you about options. Now this options, okay, suppose you give capital M, sort dash capital M. So it is going to sort it month wise. Okay, if there is an entry in like month wise and those entries are in a random format, so it is going to arrange all those entries from January to December. Okay, similarly, there is minus N here, which is used for numeric sort, which we are supposed to be using here in this practical, because we have to sort the given numbers, right? So minus n, when you use minus n here in sort, see, we are using minus n in echo also, okay, but there the different meaning is different for minus n. There minus n means you want the input to be written on the same line, okay, but here in the sort command, minus n means numeric sort. Okay, so we are going to sort it, and we are going to use that minus n here to sort the given numbers. Okay, then you can see this reverse sort. Okay, minus r and capital minus capital R and minus small r. Small r is for reverse sort. Okay, for example, you want to sort the word. Okay, as they have seen, you as it is mentioned here. Okay, Okay, so it is going to sort it in inverse manner like this also. Okay, the reverse the result of comparisons. Okay, and if you go for capital R, it is random sort, shuffle, but sort it according to the group wise. Okay, the sorting will be happening in the group wise, but that group is in the shuffled manner. All right, so this is the options, various options that you can use with sort. Okay, and one more thing about this particular program, it is one of the smallest program in the entire 35 numbers, 35 practicals. So you can start writing with your shebang, bin and bash. Okay, now you write one echo dash n because I want to write the file name in the same line. Enter the file name to be sorted. Okay, and you give read command and file. Okay, now here you can go and add one file first of all. Okay, let's say td. Okay, so in td I'm going to write some numbers. What happened to this? Okay, this done. Okay, in this td file I am going to write some random entries of the numbers 324, 56, 89, 440, 500. Okay, this is my file. I want to sort this file. I want the output to be in a sorted manner. So what I'll do is echo the value from which I want to sort. Okay, the values to be sorted for the file. Okay, so dollar file, my piping symbol, write sort command, space dash n. So dash n is for numeric sort. And on whom I want the numeric sort? On my file, dollar file. Okay, and when you run this program here, you give the file name td and the file is sorted 420, 56, 89, 300, 440, 500. Okay, this was my unsorted list. Now the numbers are in sorted form. This you can do with the help of array also. Okay, but again array I'll turn as an extra programs. This program you do it with the help of sort, so that you are aware that there is one sort command in Linux which you can use easily to manipulate your files and your strings. Okay, so this is your practical number 32. Kindly note it down. I'm giving you 2 minutes to do that, and then we'll go forward with 35 program. Okay, wait. Okay, just a minute. I did not understand. Can you please be more specific? I don't understand what you are asking.
हेलो मैम।
हाँ हाँ बोलो।
कमांड लाइन में डायरेक्ट वैल्यू नहीं देनी होती है कमांड में लाइन में, या फाइल का नाम भी दे सकते हैं सिर्फ?
हाँ आप फाइल का नाम भी दे सकते हो, लेकिन वो कब होगा? when you are directly using your set here, like in your main directory you are here and directly you are giving like this sort dash n and file name. But we are writing one script. We are asked to write one script. So that's why in script I'm writing is as an argument to be passed. The file name is passed as argument. Argument in the sense like I'm fetching the value whichever it is reading in this particular variable. That's it.
और फाइल नेम की जगह पे डायरेक्ट वैल्यू देनी हो तो दे सकते हैं?
हाँ दे दो, पर ऐसा क्यों करना? डायनामिक रखो ना। Direct if you give the file name, no other file will be working for this program. Only that particular file will be working. Why to do that? Why to restrict our program to that?
ऐसा नहीं, ये फाइल में जो वैल्यू है ना 42056 उसकी वजह पे जो शॉर्टेड फाइल नेम का नाम लिखा ना आपने टीडी,
वापस से बोलो।
जो बेस मेन डॉट एसएच कर रहे हैं ना, उसके बाजू में ही वैल्यू हम डायनामिकली अपने कोई
हम्म।
रखे तो?
हाँ चलेगा, तो फिर ये रीड फाइल हटा दो, तो फिर ये रीड फाइल नहीं देना पड़ेगा। तो फाइल इक्वल टू $1, तो $1 में जो भी आप अपना मेन डॉट एस एस के बाद में नाम देते हो वो सेट हो जाएगी।
ओके ओके।
Done, everyone? Finished? Keep this program safe somewhere, okay? When I ask you to present the screen, I want presentation of both the programs. Before starting the second program, I am telling you now only, don't lose the file of this program. I want to see if you have done it or not. Don't get a copy. Dhruval, you can expect yourself. Okay, moving forward to your practical number 35. practical number 35 says that we have to provide, or say we have to see that the process is created using C. Okay, so I want each and every one of you to be, if you are doing in RPL, change your file type to C. Now it is not bash, it is C. Okay, and using the GCC compiler we have to do it. So those who are doing in Linux, you'll need a little bit of help by me. So when you are done with your program, just tell me. Okay, so I will guide you how to run it with the GCC compiler. Just a minute, please. Okay. For those who are doing in REPL, you won't need GCC compiler here. Okay, but for those who are going with Linux, Kali Linux, Ubuntu, you just tell me once you are done with your writing of the program, so I can just guide you how to run that program. Okay, fine. Now for this practical, you are going to need the C file, okay, and not the bash file, because they have specifically asked us to do it in C. Okay, so you change the type of file here, B and C batch or DB 35. Okay, so this is your C programming dummy file. Remove the unnecessary code. Now what we have to do is, first of all, we include some set of libraries. Now here, see, process creation using C, we are going to do it with the help of fork command. Okay, we are going to do it with the help of fork command. Now this command is known to you, at least in the PPT I have included, so once or twice you must have heard about it. So can anyone first tell me what is fork command? Yes, students, what is fork command? To create a sub-process, yes. Or you can say to create a child process, right? So that is what we are going to do here. We are going to try and create some child processes, and whatever is the IDs of those processes, that what we are going to print here, so that we can come to know that okay, the child has been created, or child did not got created because already there was one child process running. Okay, we are going to determine that with the help of the IDs that we are going to generate. Okay, so first of all, you need to include some libraries here. Okay, so studio.h, okay, hash stdb.h. You don't start writing right now, okay? You just hear me out and watch what is happening. I'll give you enough time to write and code and to run. Then we are including system /type.h, because we are going to use some functions of this particular library. Okay, so sys types, okay, s I forgot, types.h. Okay, and the last one is hash include unistandard.h. Okay, these are the libraries which I am going to need. Now writing my integer main function. In my main function, first of all, I'm going to initialize one variable called PID. This PID is going to do the fork command. Okay, so whatever is the ID received as an end result of this user defined function fork, system defined function fork, okay, that PID will get saved here in this variable. Okay, now based on what we are getting as a return of this fork, we are going to write some conditions of if and else. So if my PID is less than 0, suppose I am getting some negative integer as a return value from fork, and that value is getting saved on PID. So that means if PID is less than 0, so we have to do what? Printf error occur. Okay, all right, printf error, and you are going to write what? Exit. If this is not the case, then else if, let's say my PID is equal 0. So when it is equal 0, that means is equal 0. That means my child process has been created. So I'm going to write again some statements regarding that. Printf /n child process. Okay, again one printf /n my ID is $D and my parent ID is $D. And as an argument, you are going to write get PID, again system defined function, get PPID, again system defined function. Okay, and then you exit from the loop. If both these conditions are not prevailing, PID is not equal to 0 as well as PID is not less than 0, that means PID is something more than 0. Okay, then you have to write what? Printf parent process. You can copy paste the previous one. Now it is what? Your parent process. Okay, and you can say ID is, my ID is dash and my parent ID is this one. Again get PID and get PPID. Okay, and this time exit 1. Okay, and because this main, my main is of integer type, okay, I'm going to return here what? 0. Okay, return 0. Now if you run it here, see, if you look at my output. Parent process created. Okay, ID is 343 and parent ID is 1. If I again run this ID is gonna change. See, parent process again created. My ID is 357. Okay, parent ID is 1. Again, if you go, these are the changing IDs 371 and parent ID is 1. So how many numbers of child, whenever I'm making any number of children, their ID is changing, but parent ID is not changing. Parent ID remains the same. Okay, if you run in your particular terminal based on what process is running, it is not going to be the always the same answer for each one of you here in this program. Answers might be different, might not be different. It all depends upon the process which is running in your systems. Okay, so all of you, first of all, just I'm giving you time to copy the code. Kindly start copying the code. And for those who are doing it in Linux or in Ubuntu or in terminal, once you are done, you tell me. Okay, then I'll guide you how to do it with the GCC compiler. We need to give some permissions and we need to convert into executable file. Then it is going to work in your systems. So I'm giving you the time to write the code. Minutes. It is 14:45. At 14:45, I'll tell you guys to run your code according to what I am giving you the instruction. Just a minute. Finished 22. Finished till line number 22, I mean. Okay. Copy the rest of the code. Why are we a function? Because we don't want anything else to be checked ahead. else if हो गया तो हो गया, बस वहां से अभी निकल जाओ, वो लूप में से निकल जाओ, सीधा रिटर्न 0. Yes, I know it will work without exit function also. In GCC compilers, you are using this terminals or REPL or your Linux? Because some of the students reported me that in GCC it was showing some kind of odd outputs. REPL. Okay. In REPL we are not facing any much issues. Okay, but when people are going for Linux commands, some of the students in previous on Tuesday or Wednesday told me that there are some odd answers or odd outputs they are getting. So to address that, we just came up with a solution that we are going to put the exit command there, so that it just gets removed from the loop itself. Yes, done, everyone. Students, finished copying. Okay. What, everyone? Rest of you? Okay. Now I'm writing the steps here so that if people who are not present and watching this particular video again, okay, they'll get an help from this video. For those people who are using Linux terminal or your Kali Linux, okay, or your Ubuntu. In your terminal, the very first step you do is GCC space your file name, whatever is your file name, practical35.sh or main.sh or anything that you have done. Main. Sorry, not sh, main.c, okay, -o, and again just your practical name without any file extension. I'm repeating it again. If you are using your Linux terminals, okay, one way is to run it like this: gcc main.c -o or main. Still, if you prevail any problem, still there is some problem coming up, then you do this. This is definitely going to work, which I'm going to tell you now. gcc main.c, or you can write file.c and press enter. Okay, I'm writing it. gcc filename.c and you press enter. Okay, to give permission for the file to be an executable mode file. Okay, we are going to convert this your file, whatever it is, practical35 main.c demo.c, whatever xyz.c it is, we are going to convert it into executable file. And in order to do that, we are going to give it permission chmod a+x. Okay, It is going to a plus x is going to give the permission for file to be converted into an executable file, and we are updating the file name to a dot out. Okay, a dot out is a default Linux file, executable file. Okay, so we are converting our program file, whatever name you have given, we are converting into a dot file now, and and you press enter. Okay, again, and in the third step you write dot forward slash a dot out and press enter. Okay, these are the three steps of GCC compiler. In your, for all those who are using REPL, for you guys, you mention these three steps in your Word file when you are writing, when you are preparing this practical 35. For those who are doing it in Linux, Kali Linux, you don't have to do that, because in the screenshot I'll be able to see that you have performed these three steps. But for those who are giving the REPL console here, okay, the output snapshot, you have to mention these three steps. Am I clear? Yes or no? Tell your friends who are not present as such now that we have finished our OS practical. Okay, and for them this video is going to be very helpful if they are performing the practicals, because again I am reminding you, all these 5 practicals, if I am the one who is taking your Viva in OS, you can definitely get a question from these 5. And from starting only, when I'm telling you that you are going to get questions in Viva, prepare it. Otherwise, you are going to lose marks in your Viva. Ultimately, it is going to affect your grade. Okay, so knowing anyone beforehand only, I'm telling you that I'm going to ask any concept out of these 5 programs in your Viva. It can be anything. It can be a line to be explained. It can be some kind of a filling the blank, anything. So once again, all those who are going to keep the snapshot of their REPL for practical 35, you need to write these 3 statements. And for those who are using Ubuntu, Kali Linux or any other Linux terminal, you won't need to do that, because in the snapshot these Am I clear? Yes or no? Okay. Dhruv, present your screen. Ghazi Abbas, be ready next. Dhruvil, present. And students, with this we are completing our OS practicals. All the practicals are over from my end. Now the only thing is you guys need to submit me whenever I am assigning you the task. कराओ रन। ધ્રુવિલ રિફ્રેશ કરો સ્ક્રીન ને. સ્ક્રીન સ્ટોપ કરવાનું નતું કીધું, રિફ્રેશ કરવાનું કીધું હતું. તારું બ્રાઉઝર રિફ્રેશ કરવા કીધું હતું. ધ્રુવિલ રન કરીને જોયો તો પ્રોગ્રામ ચાલતો તો? મેઇન ડોટ 1 મિનિટ. ગો બેક. અને વहाँ 35 go to program number 35. उसको रन करो. Wait. Main.sh. Why it is running your main.sh? This should be a C file, right? And I guess it is a C file. हाँ, कहाँ पे एरर है ये सारी? Before else. ध्रुविल कोड को स्क्रॉल करो. और नीचे चला जा। ये कौन सी लाइन नंबर है? 30। वहां पे तो कोई एरर नहीं दिख रही। ऊपर ऊपर जाओ। हाँ, ये इफ का स्टार्टिंग कर्ली ब्रैकेट कहाँ पे है? लाइन नंबर 11 के बाद इफ का स्टार्टिंग कर्ली ब्रैकेट होना चाहिए ना? 11 उसके बाद। हाँ, ध्रुवील, after line 11 you start your if with two curly brackets, starting and ending. ending curly bracket line number 14 पे है। अरे गलत कर रहे हो। वो जो 10 पे लिखा है ना तुमने, कर्ली ब्रैकेट 10 पे जो लिखा है, वो 10 से हटा के 11 के बाद डालो। ध्रुवील बैश सीखते सीखते सी भूल गए। और ये 17 वाला हटा दो। अभी तुमने एक्स्ट्रा वहां पे 15 पे किया, तो ये 17 वाला हटा दो। अब जाके रन करो इसको। हो गया रन? स्टॉप प्रेजेंटिंग। संजय, प्रेजेंट मी योर स्क्रीन।
हेलो।
यस ध्रुवील।
થઈ ગયું ને?
હા, મૂંઝાઈ ના જા, બરાબર જ કર્યું છે। ખાલી ભૂલી
હા
ગયો છે સી કેમ લખવાનું, મૂંઝાણમાં।
હા હા
સંજય, પ્રેઝન્ટ મી યોર સ્ક્રીન। મેં તૈયાર રહેવા કીધું તું, જલ્દી। માનવ, can you present the screen now? Sanjay, you are next after Manav. Keep whatever things you need to keep ready. Manav, present me the screen. Visible. Okay. And practical 35. One error. In line number 14, there will be exit 0. No, sorry, 1. Line number 14, exit in the bracket 1. Okay. Stop presenting. Sanjay, ready to go? हाँ लख જોઉં છું. ફાઇલમાં શું હતું ડેમોની ફાઇલમાં? સંજય ન્યુમેરિક વેલ્યુ કરવાની છે શોર્ટ આલ્ફાબેટિક નહીં. ન્યુમેરિક વેલ્યુ જે તે ઓલરેડી સોર્ટેડ ફોર્મમાં નાખી પેલી 5. ઓકે જાઓ સેકન્ડમાં. સેકન્ડ પ્રોગ્રામ. Okay, stop presenting. Fine. So students, with this we are completing your entire practical list in your OS subject. We are left with theory only now. So thank you all. We are wrapping up your session here. First of all, C batch students who are there in the session, C batch, enter your number. Done. Nobody remaining from C batch. Anyone who is remaining, you write your number. C batch students only. Okay. B batch students, numbers in the chat. Okay. Thank you all. You are free to leave.